is a recent James Beard award-winning culinary producer, chef, food stylist, recipe writer, and Emmy Award winner all around. She's also the co-founder of the Taste Curators, a brand she describes as bringing together food, fashion, and color. And above all, she's one of my best friends in the world. She's the person who helped me become a look at her expression. Look, this is when we first started cooking. She was scared of my shopping technique. Our journey started like that, and now she is here, and she is working with me on my first ever cookbook. Please welcome to the show, James Beard Award-winning producer and chef, Lish Steiling. Woo! Okay, listen. Before we go to this recipe that I love and I hope that all of you enjoy as well, let's put this picture back up.
I remember it fondly, like it was yesterday.
This is on my rooftop in Harlem. I've got my little green egg fired up there. What are you doing to me?
I believe that you were trying to chop the grilled romaine, and you were not curling your fingers.
I wasn't curling my fingers.
The knife was getting very close to your nails.
So basically, you thought I was going to lose a hand.
Exactly.
All right. All right. We've come a long way, baby, as they say, since then.
Yes.
And congratulations, James Beard Award. That's huge.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I still can't believe it. I still pinch myself.
Look at you. So, here we are, a little girl from Wisconsin, a little girl from Texas. I say between our short haircuts, we look like bookends. But our friendship formed. I was at the Today Show. I met Lish, who was a food stylist behind the scenes, and she had this tattoo of a radish and a carrot. And I said, I need to know this person who tattoos vegetables on their skin. And we became fast friends. We are family. We do a lot of communal meals. I tell people I could have a restaurant reservation at any place. I'd rather be at the table with my friends, at my home, with a nice bottle of wine, us laughing, talking, cooking. So that's what we do all the time.
So true, so true.
And this is one of those family-style recipes that will win you friends, and you will tell them to leave your home. That's how they will not want to stay. It is our giant crab cake with a delicious green creamy sauce that is just divine.
Yes.
And we're starting out with the sauce.
Yes, I mean, it's hard to follow that pork sandwich, but...
Now, listen.
Woo!
Listen.
Anyway.
Okay. Lish was like, I'm not scared of a challenge.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So giant crab cake, right?
Giant crab cake.
The ultimate shareable.
Right. Because crab cakes are on every menu, but they're always small. We don't want something
you get it to share.
You get it to share, and it's this big, and everyone's fighting over the last little piece of crab.
Exactly.
We don't have that. We don't play those games at our house.
No,
okay.
not at all.
All right, so the green sauce has?
We have some cilantro. Don't sleep on the cilantro stems. Lots of flavor.
Lots of flavor in the stems. Because I asked Lish when she was helping me become a confident cook, like, you know, I'm always confused. Do I keep the stem? Do I lose the stem? She's like, no, the flavor is in the stem. So don't be afraid of stems.
And you're wasting less stuff if you're using the stem.
And we're all about waste-free kitchens in our house, and so we try to use as much as possible.
Exactly. So we have the cilantro, some of the stems. We have chives, sour cream, because creamy delicious.
Yes.
A little bit of Calabrian chili paste for some fruitiness, funk, and spice. A little bit of water. Some freshly squeezed lime juice. Freshly squeeze it. Don't buy the jarred stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes like 10 seconds, right?
And just the lime stays. I like lime. If you don't use it that week, make a margarita.
Exactly.
All right.
Some kosher salt.
Kosher salt, okay, got that.
And lid on. 1 clove of garlic, by the way.
Okay.
Let's get that guy on.
Okay.
Just give it a buzz. Woo!
Okay.
And let it keep going until you end up with this beautiful creamy sauce.
And don't be afraid of green. Sometimes people think green and vegetables. I was vegetable adverse as well until I got in my 30s. And now I've embraced them, and they actually are good.
They're good.
They're good.
When prepared well, they're actually quite
Okay.
delicious. So now we have our base for the crab cake, right? Our giant crab cake. Mayonnaise, of course, some eggs. You want to get whisking in there?
Yes, I do.
We have some coarse ground mustard.
Notice she didn't give me a knife to use. She's still not confident in my knife skills. She's like,
confident.
Here's a whisk, ma'am.
You've gotten much better. You've come a long way.
How many years it's been?
It's been at least 12 years that we've been
12 years. 12 years we've been friends and cooking together.
Yep.
Many nights I would text Lish and say, okay, I have this fish and I have some parsley. I don't know what to do. And she would text me because we lived pretty far away at one point. And I would text her what I had in my refrigerator and she would coach me through. And you know, she's like, okay, if the fish is not releasing fast, that means the fish does not want you to eat it. Wait until it releases and then you can flip it. And all of these great tips over the years, so much so that after my father passed away, she worked with me and got my confidence up to cooking an entire meal for my family as a love letter to my dad, who always cooked all of our meals. And so that's our journey. So now we've got this going.
Worcestershire sauce, which, you know, is the ultimate umami, savory element. We have some lovely lump crab meat here. You can use jumbo if you love your friends that much. Otherwise, lump works just fine. We have some panko breadcrumbs.
Panko breadcrumbs.
A binder, some rinsed shallots that are finely diced, and of course, for a little sweetness, some red pepper.
Love it.
Gotta
and
mix
I can
it
mix
all
it all
together.
in. Can I use this?
Fold
Okay.
it, fold it
So as you see, we use like the good crab, right? We don't because this is we truly are about friends and family. And if you want to stay friends with me and you give me that little one piece of crab, not coming back, not coming back, not coming back.
Not gonna work.
Not gonna work in our house. Okay, so we got all that going.
All right, you got that going. We get our oil in the pan. Ooh, a little bit more.
Nice and warm.
Yep. Hot pan, hot oil, right? It's all about the technique. Hot pan, hot oil.
Hot pan, hot oil, and Q code. Make sure you can scan your QR code on the screen for the full recipe. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. So now we
You hear that sizzle?
You want the sizzle. That means it's ready.
It's ready. Okay.
All right. So now we're just gonna press this in so that it's evenly thick all around, and we're gonna kind of tuck in the edges a little bit so that we get that nice disc when we unmold it and flip it over.
And by the way, you heard her when we unmold it and flip it. Coming up, we're gonna find out how you flip a giant crab cake without making a mess after the break. Lish Steiling in the house. Oh, welcome back to All Show Long. We've been asking one of my favorite questions. What are you in the mood for when it comes to food? And I'm here with my friend and co-author of my upcoming cookbook, Lish Steiling, and we're making our giant crab cake. All right. When we last went to commercial break, we put in the crab cake, make sure the edges were cleared because normally you see crab cakes, they're small. You can flip them with a spatula. We have a giant.
We do have a giant
one.
Right? And now if you take a moment, you can actually
smell it.
It tells you that it's ready to flip. It tells you that it's golden brown. And you can see that it moves freely in the pan.
Yeah.
So that's when you know you're ready to go.
And that's one of the things that you've taught me, again, listening to the food. Be aware of the food.
Use
Look.
all your senses, right?
Yeah.
So we go there. We slide
Now you slide it back in.
Finish her on the other side. Yeah. So that'll go in the oven too for like maybe 4 minutes. And
once you flipped it, go in the oven for about 4 minutes
just
to finish.
To warm it all the way through. You just want it to be warm all the way through.
And this is your finished crab cake.
Come on. I mean, that's impressive, right?
All right, and then we have our sauce.
Yeah. So you take this to the table, you cut your wedges.
And you get your plate, and everyone stands in line impatiently.
Exactly. It's like dessert, but for starters, you know? Holds its shape. Look at all the crab you see in there. I mean,
I know.
That is.
Woo.
Now you get that green sauce over the whole thing.
Look at
down
that.
the side. Woo.
Look at this. Woo. Have you seen anyone happier to cook? I mean,
seriously.
Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
And that is your giant crab cake. Look at that.
Come on.
Let me get in here. You already know. Come on now. You already know. Oh. High five.
Come on.
Great job. Great job. I'm telling you, go get the QR code, see the entire recipe. Lish also on Instagram at Lish Steiling, all one word.